Oh, this is Tim. Hello, Internet. How you doing? I've been doing some recording this afternoon, and I thought I'd just kind of chime in here, letting everybody know what's going on. I've been getting a lot of questions where I've been at last couple of years. Haven't been doing a lot of stuff outside like I normally did years ago. Been playing with Seven West, great group, playing in here in the Peoria area. But for the last year and a half, I've been full-time here at Crossroads United Methodist Church as the contemporary worship director. And anyway, today I've been recording some contemporary Christian songs. On the drums, we had our worship room here kind of had the chairs cleared out a little bit, so I thought I'd just stop in this afternoon, set the drums up, and do a couple tracks that hopefully are going to make it out here pretty shortly in the spring. But I just thought I would give a little rundown of how I was doing this stuff. I know people like Dorsey and stuff always ask me, what I got going on. So shout out to Dorsey, great keyboard player in town here, Hammond guy. But anyway, I just a little tour here of what I've been doing. So all I really did today was pull in my live drum set, which is these Yamaha Maple Custom and Birch Custom Absolute drums, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and a 20-inch kick. And that's the sub kick mic on the outside, which has got the Seven West logo on the little drum and Seven West on the 20. But anyway, it's my typical live setup. It's just the easiest for me to set up right now. All the other drums are in storage and microphones are in storage. But there's all quality stuff here, so I get a good sound. So anyway, yeah, going around the kit, I've got this Tama Star Classic Purple Sparkle snare drum, which is pretty much my main one. I love it. I had brought some other snare drums here to use for the recording, but I just wound up using this, the purple one. But anyway, I got KSM 32s on the overheads, KSM 109 on the hi-hat, SM 57 on the snare top and on the bottom, and then these Bear Dynamic, I believe it's a D70 on all the toms, which I recently switched to. I used to use the Shure SM98s, which I absolutely love, but the problem is that the preamp is not connected to the mic itself, which means you gotta have special cables and stuff, and at live gigs and festivals, it's just hard to really tear it down quick. So like these right here, as you can see, the preamp is mounted right to the, so I can use a regular XLR cable, which works great. And then if, something breaks, at the last minute, I can just grab an extra cable. I don't have to have a bunch of spare special cables like the Shure 98s have the special cables. This Yamaha Sub Kick, which is just a big reverse speaker bass drum mic on the outside. On the inside is the Beta 91A, I believe it is, and it's held on the Kelly Shure mount. This AKG mic is just was feeding my seat shaker. I was trying to get a clean signal going with the internal mic, which I usually use for the seat kicker, but that's going over there to the my little live rack, which if I'm out playing, this is what I've got. Unless I'm with Seven West and they've already got an X32, so if I come from the front here, you can see, I don't know if you can see it in there, but the Beta 91 is in there, suspended. But anyway, that's the kit. And then up here in the room, I've got these KSM 27s. If I can find the other one, there it is. KSM 27s, and they're maybe about 15 feet back from the kit. It's a nice sounding room. There's really no parallel surfaces, so you don't get a lot of slapback delay and stuff like that, but nice wood floor. Sounds great in here. Haven't really listened back to the tracks, but I'm assuming that they're all good. And then of course, this is my Porter & Davies, my seat shaker, which is just the most phenomenal thing ever. And then we go down X32, which is all my in-ear mixes. And we've got the little power play distribution, which will send my little mixer that's next to my drum so I can mix my in-ears. So down here is basically the back of my rack, which does my stage split, which I usually send to front of house, but today I'm sending it to the snake that goes into my preamps for my studio. And that was just really simple to do today. I probably wouldn't normally do that. I'd probably just go all the mics directly into the studio preamps, but this was just easy. Again, just pulling my live rig in here to do some recording and do what's easiest. If we walk over here, I got my power play, which does my in-ear mix, and you can see I've just got a drum submix here, and the aux in is the tracks that I'm actually playing to. And then here I've got my little MacBook Air, which is actually doing a screen share for my studio computer, which is in my office, and I can control, you know, adding new takes and recording, stopping, all that stuff from here remotely, which is kind of cool. And that's kind of it. So there's the room, nice tall ceiling, got some room mics, overheads, blah blah blah, looking great. And if we walk down the hall here, do a little walk. My office is just down the hall here. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Here's my office, and so here's my Mac running Digital Performer in here, and which the other one was controlling remotely. But basically, everything's coming in through these True Systems preamps. We got 16 channels of True System preamps into this Mark of the Unicorn 16A USB interface, which has 16 balance ins, balance outs, and it's going straight into my Mac. And so that's pretty much the recording in the nutshell. And maybe I will try to get on here and play back a couple of tracks. But I've got this Behringer, the X-Mix, which has been really great for mixing down live recordings and recordings of the services, where I can just get on here really quickly and you know, automate the mix, which this thing works great. It's relatively inexpensive, and it does just what I need it to. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.